Is Nikola Jokic already a top 10 player of all time? At first, that sounds like one of those hot takes you hear on TV debates. But when you really think about it, it's not that far fetched. We're talking about a guy who already has multiple MVPs, a finals MVP, a championship, and he's still only 30 years old. The conversation around Jokic has shifted dramatically in just the past few years. At first, people saw him as just a skilled big man, kind of fun to watch, but maybe not built to dominate the modern NBA. Then suddenly, he wasn't just in MVP races, he was winning them. He wasn't just leading the Nuggets to the playoffs, he was carrying them to a championship. And now, people are asking whether he's already one of the greatest players to ever pick up a basketball. So in today's video, we're breaking it all down. We'll look at his resume, the way he passes the eye test, and arguments for and against Nikola Jokic being in the top 10 players of all time. Let's dive right in. When we talk about Jokic's resume, it's honestly hard not to be blown away. The guy has 3 MVPs, and if we're being real, he probably should have 4. He has a finals MVP and a championship that he earned by going through some of the best teams and players in the league. Statistically, Jokic is breaking the game. He's leading in advanced analytics that are designed to measure impact on winning. Things like player efficiency rating, box plus minus, win shares, and value over replacement player. In almost every one of these metrics, Jokic sits at the top, not just in today's NBA, but in NBA history. But the resume is more than just numbers and awards. Jokic has completely redefined what it means to play center. Think about the history of the position. Wilt, Kareem, Shaq. These were guys who dominated with size, power, and scoring. Jokic, he dominates with passing, vision, and IQ. He's the first true point center we've ever seen, and it's not just a gimmick. It's a formula for winning. The Nuggets run their entire offense through him, and it's worked at the highest level. That alone makes his resume unique and historic. Now let's move beyond the numbers and talk about the eye test. Jokic passes it with flying colors. Watching him, you instantly see that this guy is in control of everything happening on the floor. He's not flashy like a Ja Morant. He's not physically overwhelming like a Giannis. And he doesn't glide through defenders like Kevin Durant. Jokic's greatness comes from something harder to define. He dictates the game's rhythm. Every possession feels like it's unfolding at his pace. If he wants to speed things up, he throws a hit-ahead pass that leads to an easy bucket. If he wants to slow things down, he sets up in the post, surveys the floor, and picks apart the defense like a chess master. There are only a handful of players in history who give you that feeling when you watch them, that sense that they're always 2 or 3 moves ahead of the defense. Magic had it, Bird had it, LeBron has it. Jokic is right there with them. And that's why the eye test matches the resume. We're watching greatness in real time. Okay, let's make the case for why Jokic should already be in the top 10. First, his peak. Jokic's peak is as good as anyone in NBA history. When you look at the last 3 or 4 seasons, his numbers are video game level. Nearly triple-double averages on insane efficiency, while carrying a team deep into the playoffs. Very few players in history can say that they've had that kind of peak. And those who did, guys like Shaq, Hakeem, Jordan, and LeBron, are all pretty much firmly in the top 10 all time. Second, the hardware. 3 MVPs, a finals MVP, and a championship. That's the holy grail of achievements. A lot of players who are considered legends didn't even accomplish that. For example, guys like Karl Malone or Charles Barkley never won a ring, yet they're still considered legends. Jokic has already passed that threshold. Third, innovation. Jokic has literally changed how we view the center position. He's not just a dominant big. He's an offensive system in himself. You don't say that about many players. Teams have to game plan for him in ways they've never had to for a big man. That kind of innovation matters when you're talking about all-time greatness. Now let's play devil's advocate for why Jokic isn't top 10 just yet. The biggest factor is longevity. To be in the top 10, you can't just have an amazing peak. You need to sustain it for a long time. Kareem dominated for 2 decades. LeBron is going strong in year 22. Kobe, Duncan, and Bird all gave you over a decade of dominance. Jokic has been elite for about 5 to 6 years now, which is incredible, but it's not yet at that level. Second, the rings. Like it or not, championships matter in these conversations. Jordan has 6, Kobe has 5, LeBron has 4, Magic has 5, Jokic only has 1. Yet he still has plenty of time to add to that. But as of right now, it's a glaring difference compared to the guys already in the top 10. Third, legacy impact. The greatest players don't just win, they define their eras. Jordan defined the 90s. Shaq and Kobe defined the early 2000s. LeBron defined the 2010s. Jokic is on track to be that guy for the 2020s, but it hasn't fully happened yet. Until he dominates the league for a longer stretch and racks up more accolades, it's hard to put him above guys who already did all of that. So here's my verdict. Is Nikola Jokic already a top 10 player of all time? Not quite, but he's very close. If you're basing it purely on peak dominance and unique impact, you could argue he belongs in that group already. But when you weigh the full picture, longevity, championships, and defining an era, he's just short of it right now. I'd put him comfortably in the top 15, maybe even top 12, which is still absolutely insane given how much time he has left in his career. And that's the scary part. Jokic is only 30. If he adds another MVP, another championship, and continues this level of play for even 4 to 5 more years, he'll not only be in the top 10, people will start asking if he's one of the top 5 players ever. That's how high his ceiling really is. But what do you think? Is Nikola Jokic already in the top 10 all time, or does he still need to prove more? Drop your answer in the comments and we'll debate. Remember to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you guys next time for some more NBA content.